So, what was next?
You there, Professor?
Yep, I'm here.
I still can't get hold of my crew. Have you seen anyone?
It's like Lord Lucan's coffin over here, Maz.
Lord who?
Empty. I just meant the place is empty.
Right. Well, let me know if you see anyone.
Will do. Now there's a man who knows his way around a good tweed jacket. This should work. Megan! Megan, it's Tom. What is this place? Hello? Well, that looks like a way out. That's an unusual form of Proto-Celtic script. House of the Friend? Or maybe it's more like Place of the Friend. Actually, it's probably closer to servant or helper than friend. What on earth? What happens if we put that in there? What is going on? More impressive than I was expecting. This is all very strange. I should speak to Lex.
Hello?
It's me, Lex. There's something going on here. I just found this place.
What place? Are you okay? Just take a breath and tell me what happened.
I heard the voice of a woman, a member of the missing film crew. She was stuck in a cave at the side of the university.
Okay.
Well, I crawled in to help her and found this series of passageways and chambers. Huge chambers.
Hold on, what about the woman?
Well, she was gone. No sign whatsoever.
Right.
Well, I followed the chambers to this, I don't know, it's like an amphitheatre with a pit at the centre. There was a kind of machine around the edge, and I triggered something that created an enormous glowing symbol and then sealed the pit shut.
You had me going for a minute. Did you see any tentacle monsters down there?
I know it sounds far-fetched, but I'm absolutely serious.
This isn't a wind-up.
No, I'm telling you exactly what I saw.
Okay, well, I think there's something we need to consider.
What?
You're being set up.
By who? Kayfer?
Exactly. While I was researching the university like you asked, I also looked into this Kayfer character. The guy's got quite a history.
Like what?
Like having been sued 68 times for things ranging from unsafe working conditions to abduction and mental cruelty.
Oh, that can't be right. Are you absolutely sure?
Yeah, he's mostly settled out of court, but he has a well-documented habit of putting people through some pretty grueling situations and then using the footage in his films. He calls it situational realism.
But he seems like such a nice guy.
Of course he does.
Just all seemed too elaborate to be fake.
Look, I think you have two options. You could just ask him if this whole thing is a setup.
Well, if it was, he'd probably deny it.
Or you play along and try and catch him out. Say nothing about what just happened in the caves and see where things go. I'll do some more research. See if I can find any mention of these passageways you saw, and you can call me back in a bit.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
If it gets too weird, just head for an exit and call a cab.
Yep, fair enough.
Good luck.
Hello, Professor.
Maz, how's it going?
Still stuck in a field, would you believe it? Where once there were just sheep, there are now sheep and cows. Do you have any experience with livestock?
I like a good steak, if that counts.
Eating our way out is not really an option. Did you find the cutter stone?
Yeah, I tried to call you, but it wasn't connecting. The stone is pretty much as the sign next to it described. It's probably Neolithic. I'm guessing it was used in rituals, that kind of thing.
Oh, rituals, you say? So, pagan sacrifices, virgins, witches, and the like?
Well, probably more at the goats and chickens end of the spectrum, but blood will have been spilled.
Perfect! That is exactly the kind of juicy detail I was hoping for.
So what's next?
Well, I really wanted to look at this next location with you. It's a rooftop garden built in 6 sections. Pretty interesting design, but I guess you'll just have to walk me through it over the radio.
How do I find it?
It's called the Horologium.
The clock?
Yes. No idea why. Not a single clock in the entire area. It's signposted, so if you head towards the physics building, you should be able to find your way from there.
Okay, thanks.
Let me know when you arrive.
Things were a lot simpler in 48K. Atari never had balls like that. What's been going on here, I wonder? One of Harrison Ford's best performances. Maz?
Professor, you found the horologium?
I have. Looks like we've got some more stones to examine.
Tell me what you see.
Now, that's the name of the Chinese god of thunder, Lei Gong. I remember he was part owl, and had a hammer and a drum. Date of origin is more difficult, but as Taoism is at least as old as the Yellow Emperor, Huang Di, we could be looking at around 2600 BC.
God of thunder? Like Thor?
Yeah, most civilizations invented gods that represented parts of nature.
Makes sense.
It looks like the key could turn this. But I'd probably better finish examining all the stones before I tried. So here we have a symbol for Hathor, ancient Egyptian goddess of, among other things, love. Hathor was referenced as early as the First Dynasty, which stretches back as far as 3000 BC. But this hieroglyph is more likely from the Middle Kingdom. Roughly 2000 to 1600 BC, I think.
Still pretty old then.
Yeah, well, that's why we call it ancient Egyptian. Aha! Now we're in pretty familiar territory with this one. These are runes, specifically Elder Futhark runes, or Proto-Norse if you prefer. That's the name of Odin, father of the Norse gods, who, as you know, is represented in the modern era by a one-eyed Sir Anthony Hopkins.
He was pretty good in those films.
A national treasure. Okay, this is a carving of Texistecatl. He was the old moon god in Aztec mythology. Now, this depiction looks similar to an illustration in the Codex Borgia, which would put it somewhere in the late post-classic period, between about 1250 and 1500 AD.
Aztec? Like Mexican Aztec?
Yes, I'm pretty confident we're not talking about the Canadian Aztecs.
Ha! Fair enough.
This looks like the Sanskrit word for shani, A Hindu god whose name appears in early astronomical texts, right back to around 400 AD.
Okay, well, that's unexpected.
Well, that's clearly Ares, the god of war. The symbol is in Linear B, the syllabic script that predates the Greek alphabet, which might put it as far back as 1400 BC.
As old as that?
Well, in the late Bronze Age, the Mycenaean civilization collapsed, and we had what's usually called the Greek Dark Ages. So, yes, it's pretty old.
Fascinating. So, what does it all mean, Professor? Are these just random words and symbols?
I don't think it's random. There has to be a reason why they've been brought up here at a range like this.
Are there any other clues in the area?
Nothing I can see. But I think this might be something Lex could help with. There's a phone in the warden's office where I found the key, so I'll go and give her a quick call.
Great. Let me know what she thinks.
Hello?
Lex, hi. I'm trying to figure something out. Thought you could help.
Okay, it's not more stones, is it?
Yes, 6 of them.
It's like the Rocky Horror Show up there.
Seriously?
Rocky, you know? Like the musical Never mind.
Your brother warned me about this.
Sorry. It's pretty much a medical condition.
So look, there are 6 stones, each with a carving that represents either Odin, Shani, Laegorn, Hathor, Ares, or Texistocatl. Now, they've got to be tied together in some way, surely.
They're all gods.
Well, yeah, but why those 6?
Is there anything special about the place they're in?
Not really. It's called the Horologium.
Could it be that simple?
What?
Texistocatl was a moon god, so Monday. Ares was essentially the Germanic god Tu, so Tuesday.
Of course. Odin is obviously Wednesday, and the thunder god Laegorn covers Thursday.
Hathor was linked with Aphrodite and Venus, so Friday.
And Shani is clearly Saturday. Brilliant, Lex.
I feel like my PhD has finally paid off.
Right. Oh, I'm going to go back and have another look. Thanks again.
Happy to help.